Glory to Jesus Christ. Remember, says the writer to the letter of the Hebrews, that we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses. Just look at the crowd of witnesses that came in this morning in our procession with the holy icons. Look at all these saints that are witnesses to our lives. Look through the windows of heaven and see all these saints around us, praying for us, interceding for us, praying for Ukraine, interceding for Ukraine. We are wonderfully blessed in this church with iconography. Just take a look around the walls at the great cloud of witnesses that are cheering us on in the race of our Christian lives, that are cheering us on in the race of prayer. You know, I don't know if you've ever had a crowd cheer for you. It once happened to me, and it wasn't because I was winning the race. It's because I was the very last person to finish the race. But they all cheered for me anyway, and it was great. It's wonderful to know that people are cheering us on. And don't think for a minute that the saints aren't praying for you, that the saints aren't cheering for you as you follow God with your heart. Don't think for a moment that your loved ones who have gone before you aren't looking down from the audience, so to speak, praying for you, cheering you on, saying, come on, you can make it. Come on, you can pray. Come on, you can have faith in God. Be sure that the great cloud of witnesses surrounds you and is cheering you as you run the race, as St. Paul tells us. Because the Christian life is very much like a race. It needs that kind of focus and training and determination. And St. Paul himself says, I am training to compete and run in such a way as to obtain the prize. He says, I don't claim to have made it yet. I don't claim to be there yet. But the one thing I do is forget what lies behind me and press on to what lies before me in the call of God, and press on towards the finish, because in heaven the crowd are cheering. How do we run the race? How do we fix our eyes on Jesus and run the race? We do it by looking to Jesus. We do it by focusing on the Saviour, by keeping our eyes fixed on Jesus. The epistle says, we remember that we are surrounded by the great cloud of witnesses. Therefore we lay aside every weight and every distraction or encumbrance of sin, and we persevere in running with endurance the race that lies before us, looking to and keeping our eyes fixed, not on ourselves, not on our worries, not on our problems, not on our difficulties, not on the difficult people that make life difficult, but keeping our eyes fixed on Him, following Him, looking to Him, forgetting whatever lies behind us, and running the race to Jesus Christ. For He is the author and the perfecter, the inspirer and the finisher of our faith. If you have any faith at all this morning, maybe it's only faith the size of a grain of mustard seed, but where do you think that faith came from? It came from Jesus Christ, who is not only the author and the inspirer of your faith, but He is also the perfecter and the finisher of your faith. God, who began the good work in you, will also bring it to perfection. But what is faith exactly? Faith, first of all, is not a head trip. It's not your theological or your intellectual opinions. Faith is your trust in God. That's what faith is. And the more you can't see where you're going, the more you need faith. Maybe blind faith. Faith is dependency. Faith is getting hold of God and trusting that God's got hold of you when you feel nothing, when you see nothing, when you know nothing. You are simply clutching on, maybe in sheer terror, but trusting that He is with you and that He who has got hold of you will not let you go. That is what faith is. But you want to know what faith can do. We heard it in the epistle. By faith they conquered kingdoms. By faith they did what was just. By faith they broke the jaw of lions. By faith they put out raging fires. By faith they became strong in battle. By faith they turned back foreign invaders. What does Ukraine need? Ukraine needs faith. Because faith can turn back, miraculously turn back foreign invaders. And faith can make all of us strong in whatever battles we face. So as you look and keep your eyes fixed on Jesus in this race that is the great fast, in this race that is the Christian life, what will you see? As you keep your eyes fixed on Jesus Christ, the Kondakion tells us that we will see that human life is now infused, commingled with divine beauty. Look at the beauty that is all around you. Look at the beauty that surrounds your life with prayer, with intercession, with faith, and with hope. Keep your eyes fixed on Jesus Christ, who indeed, as the prayer says, fills all things with joy. Glory to Jesus Christ.